we're gonna do experiment number 10, multivibrators and the SR flip-flops. So, ano ba hinihintay natin? Let's go!
Here are some introductory information about multivibrators and the SR flip-flop. The set-reset flip-flop is commonly known as the SR flip-flop. The two output states are meant to be complementary. The term set and reset may be thought of as set to 1 and reset to 0. This SR flip-flop has only two valid inputs, 0, 1 and 1, 0. When both inputs are 0, the output is unaffected. When both inputs are 1, the output is indeterminate or unpredictable. To make this a simple memory device, a clock or gate input may be added as shown. Now here we have our experiment. These flip-flops are built upon the configuration of the SR flip-flop as can be seen in the next experiments. Here are the materials that we're gonna need: 5 volts DC power supply and the LS7400. Here we have our circuit. We have D1 and D2 as our switch 1 and 2, in 1 and in 2, 3 and 4 as our LEDs, 4 NAND gates, which is the LS7400. Now here we have our procedure. The first one is switch on the power supply. Second is complete the table below to determine the truth table of an SR flip-flop. Next is what input signals are needed to produce a high output across in 3. Next is what input signals are needed to produce a high output across in 4. And next is what are the output signals for in 3 and in 4 when both inputs are 0. And to answer this question, we have to test our circuit. Now here we have our first circuit. We have two Espiritu switches, our 4 LEDs. We have here the LS7400, the pin number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which is our negative, and pin number 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, which is our VCC. Here we have the negative polarities and the positive polarities.
Now let us test our circuit. We have here the power supply in our circuit. We have here the D1, the D2, the in 1, in 2, in 3, and in 4. Now let us turn our power supply on for the 5 volts VCC. Here we have both D1 and D2 are in low input, and the in 1, in 2, and in 4 are in low input, while the in 3 are in high input, which means that the LED is turned on. Now next is, here we have both D1 and D2 are in low input. Let us make our D1 in low input while the D2 in high input. We have here the in 1 and in 3 are in low input, while the in 2 and in 4 are both in high input. Now next is, let us make our D1 in high input while the D2 are in low input. Here we have the in 1 and in 3 are in high input, while the in 2 and in 4 are in low input. Now next is, let's make our D1 and D2 in high input. We have here the in 1, in 2, and in 3, and in 4 are all in high input. And this is the answer for our procedures.
Here we have our circuit. We have D1, D2 as our switch, D3 as our gate, in 1, in 2, in 3, in 4, and 5 as our LEDs, 4 NAND gates, which is the LS7400. And our next procedure is turn off the power supply and interconnect the circuit shown. This is basically the same above except for the clock input. Simply disconnect the short circuits across the inputs of gate 1 and 3, then provide connection for the clock input D3 in 5. Initially, set the data switches to low. Our next procedure is determine the truth table for this clock SR flip-flop and what happens to the output when the clock input is low. Next is what happens to the output when the clock input is high. And to answer this question, we have to test our circuit. Now here we have our next circuit. We have 3 Espiritu switches, our SNR, and our clock. Here we have our 5 LEDs. We have here our LS7400 and our ground and VCC.
Now let us test our second circuit. Here we have our power supply, our circuit, here we have the D1, D2, and D3 as our switch, and D3 is our clock. We have here the in1, in2, in3, in4, and in5 as our LEDs. Now let us turn our power supply on for the 5 volts VCC. Here we have the D1, the D2, and the D3 are in low input, and the in3 are in high input, which is our output. Now next is let's turn our clock on. The output will also be, the in3 will be in high input. Now next is our D1 will be in low input, the D2 will be in high input, and the D3 will be in low input. Now our in2 and in3 will be in high input. Now let us make our D3 in high input. Here we have the in2 and in4 will be in high input. Now next is our D1 will be in high input while the D2 will be in low input and the D3 will be in low input. Here we have the in1 and in3 will be in high input, and if the D3 are in high input, the in1 and in3 will still be in high input. Let us make our D1 in high input while D2 in high input while D3 in low input. Now here we have the in1, in2, and in3 are all in high input while the in4 will be in low input. Now let's make our D3 in high input. Here we have the in1, in2, in3, in4, and in5 are all in high input. And that is the answer for our procedures.
And that's it for our experimental video, guys. We were able to determine the operation of an SR flip-flop using NAND gates and using SR flip-flops with clock inputs. Again, guys, I'm Mariza Inamara and I hope that you learned something from this video and I hope that you enjoyed it too. Thank you again, guys. See you again. Bye. Thank you for watching.